Yo guys, what is going on? Fitzyy here and welcome back to another video, and something very exciting has happened, absolutely changing this channel. Madness. As you can see, you might be able to see in the top left there of the screen, you'll see an FPS in GPU, the wee sort of heads up display type thing. Yeah, we're on PC now. Before this I was running a 1070, which did the job for me because I didn't really play on PC that much, but I want to, if my girlfriend is done wrecking the house in the background, I want to switch to PC permanently and play exclusively on PC, which means I've been waiting for this bad boy to come for a little while, but it is finally here. My 3080, it's in the building. What's happening? What's up? The big dog is here. But yeah, I'm just going to be going through the best sort of settings, graphical settings, in-game settings for Warzone at the minute at least. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy watching this video. It's just something a little bit different. I kind of just wanted to put the news out there. I have a 3080, show you what I think are the best settings, or if you're just looking to trying to squeeze a few more extra frames out of your PC when playing Warzone. So basically, alright guys, so first thing you want to do is make sure that you're playing on full screen mode, because if you're not, you will get extra input delay. Straight away you'll get immediate input delay and your frames will be lower. So yeah, basically just make sure that's on full screen. This is just the graphics card. As you can see, it says 3080. I'm fucking hyped. This is your refresh rate. Just make sure this matches your monitor. If you have a 1080p monitor, make sure this matches your monitor. As you can see here, display resolution. This is the max for my monitor. Basically, if you have a 1080p monitor, you would just put it here. Custom frame rate, I use 144 in game as a max frame rate, so it can't go above that. Basically because it's just using extra power, and I don't need anything above 144 frames because my monitor only supports 144 frames. So even if this thing was pushing 200 frames, I wouldn't notice it. It wouldn't look any different to my eye. So yeah, there's no point in putting the PC through that extra power needed for that, because it's literally has no benefit. I run a 48 FPS and the menus, that's pretty much, that doesn't really matter at all. Down here is where it starts getting important as far as keeping your frame rates high and stuff. So texture resolution and texture filter anisotropic. I can max Warzone out no problem and play it at 100 FPS easy, but I do want to squeeze those as many frames as I can out of it. And if you take into account the fact that I have to record the gameplay and the face cam and the audio and stuff, and I only do it from one PC, I don't run like dual PCs or anything, so trying to make sure it looks good while also running and performing good is my main priority. So if you guys are running a weaker card, if you're in the same situation, these are the settings you want. So texture resolution and texture filter anisotropic, both the normal, particle quality high or low, it depends. It doesn't really matter for me. I can squeeze it to high and it doesn't have any issues, so I just do because it looks a bit better. You don't really notice it in the moment, to be honest. Like, you could drop it down to low easily and it wouldn't matter at all. I doubt you would even notice it, to be honest. Bullet impact and sprays, just once again, it just looks cool, so I keep them on. Once again, it doesn't really do much. For the tessellation, I have to off completely. On demand texture streaming I have enabled. None of this really matters, you can leave it as is. Shadow map resolution, you want to put the normal, cache spot and sun shadows you want to keep enabled. They should be enabled. You want to cache the spot shadows. Don't know why that was disabled. It should be enabled. You want to cache them just because it does help your FPS in the long run, and you want to keep them on just basically to keep your FPS looking top drawer. Particle lighting I have to low. Ray tracing I have off. Ambient occlusion off. Screen space reflection off. Stuff you don't need. Anti-aliasing is basically, what anti-aliasing does is basically get rid of those sort of jagged edges around everything. You might see it more in distance or up close, it doesn't really matter. Basically what it is, if you see wee jaggies around stuff in game, that's what that is. Anti-aliasing is to get rid of that. See, you know, realistically I've seen a lot of people turn it off, but I like to have just a little tiny bit, just a little tiny bit, just so that it just looks a bit better, you know. It doesn't take too much CPU to run a little bit. It looks better with it on, so you might as well have it on. If you're running an old card that's already sort of strained itself to play the game, maybe turn it off, but if you can, do it. And then all of this is, no matter if you're on PC or console, all of this goes off immediately. If you have any of this on, your fucking head is in the shed. So it is. I play on a 110 FOV. My ADS field of view is also affected, so that whenever I ADS, it doesn't like sort of zoom back into the default ADS. I like to be the same FOV I run pretty much all the time. And then I run the colorblind assist Tritanophobia just because I think it looks better. There's literally no other reason to it than I think it just looks a bit nicer. So yeah, minimap on square because it gives you a bit of extra space around the side. As you can see, this cuts off like here, and it is a bit bigger on the square one. Also, you want to make sure that you have minimap rotation enabled, because once again, it's just helping you see more things on the minimap than you would normally. Then down here, I just keep gore effects on. Profanity filter is enabled because I make videos and I don't want that stuff up in the corner or anything. Frames per second counter is on, and the GPU temperature is on. Other than that, everything is off. But that is pretty much everything for the settings that I run on PC. If you guys want to take some of this into account and run it yourself, they are the settings. They run pretty well. You'll see in a few upcoming videos basically what it looks like in game. But yeah, that is going to be all for today's video, guys. Just a quick update to say that I am not really on console anymore. I'm playing pretty much predominantly exclusively on PC now. And yeah, I hope you like those settings. If you enjoyed the video, make sure and leave a like, comment and subscribe. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. Thank you very much for watching, guys. This has been Fitzyy, and peace.